Welcome back. I am the Electrical Code Coach from electricalexamcoach.com, and this is the electrical exam prep question of the day. Let's get to it. When installing raceways, cables, or boxes under metal corrugated sheet roof decking, which of the following complies with the NEC? Installing a raceway concealed inside of the sheet decking as long as it's secured. Supporting a cable 1 inch below the lowest surface of the corrugated roof. Installing a box in an exposed location 1.5 inches below the lowest surface. Running a cable concealed location directly within the corrugated deck. And of these options, the only code compliant one is C, and that's installing a box in an exposed location 1.5 inches below the deck surface. For this one, we're going to head to 300.4E, and this is the paraphrase code language. Any cable, raceway, or box placed beneath a metal corrugated sheet roof decking. Just to understand what we're talking about, it's usually in a commercial setting where they have got like the metal roof, and it's that sheet decking. How far do we have to space our raceways, our conduit, our cable, and our boxes below that so somebody doesn't shoot a screw through it and straight through our box or into our conduit? It says whether visible or hidden must be so that there is a clearance of at least 1.5 inches from the lowest surface of the roof deck to the top of the cable, raceway, or box. These items cannot be installed in the concealed spaces within the corrugated roof decking itself. Watch this now. What this code is saying is that, you know how the sheet usually goes like this? It's got rivets in it. They'll have a flat portion, and then it'll pop up, and then it'll go back down, and it'll have a flat portion, and it'll pop up where they interlock with each other and just give it some depth. What it's saying is that from the lowest portion down, meaning the flat parts of the roof, not the parts that pop up, you have to have that 1.5 inch clearance. Now, technically, if you were to land right in that spot where it popped up, it says here, how does it say it? It says from the lowest surface of the roof decking. Now, if your inspector wanted to say, hey, I want it according to the flat part, but some of them have bigger parts that pop up. I'm sure there's a technical name, but they might allow you to install it there as long as you're 1.5 inches away from whatever the lowest part of the part that your box was actually under. That's something you can work out with your AHJ. And ultimately what we're trying to do is keep roofers from shooting it through and blowing something up, energizing the entire roof, just nicking it just enough not to trip it, but to energize the entire roof, whatever. Now let's take a look at some of the exceptions because they are important. If you're using rigid metal conduit or intermediate metal conduit, it's not required. When used, these type conduits, you do not have to have that clearance. And the second exception is the clearance is not required if the corrugated sheet roof decking is topped with at least 2 inches of concrete. Sometimes you have concrete up above it. We're not going to be shooting a TAPCon 2 inches through it and then another 1.5 inches or another anything hopefully below it from up above that roof, or at least that is the thought process. Average screws are only so long. They pick 1.5 inches, which follows with other parts of the code. It's a little bit more than other parts of the code, but they're assuming that it's 1.5 inch screw. By the time you have some type of material in between it, they're believing that that is far enough away from it in order to keep this from happening. I am the Electrical Code Coach, and my bargain is that these videos will add value to you, and you will in turn add value to others. Let's get to it.